Hey there, Amplifiers. I'm excited to be here today with my business partner, Kenny Harper. He's a growth strategist, and we have an awesome conversation that we're going to have today about how the economy is changing and what impact that has on some of our dear friends, which are accountants and advisors. So, Kenny, changes are happening in the economy, and we're seeing a lot of business owners reaching out to get help from accountants, CPAs, and advisors. But at the same time, we're also seeing that the industry is being commoditized because new technology, automation is being introduced. And what that means is a lot of business owners, they think they have the right solution with these automations and these technology solutions, but they may be missing some of the finer details. And I'm curious, what are some of the challenges that you're hearing from accountants and advisors?
Well, you brought up some good ones right there. The first thing is, just time, right? You've got this resignation, the great resignation, where it's hard to find the right people, the staff. And so you've got all these clients you've got to serve. They all think their business is the biggest priority. And it creates a real challenge because we only have so much time in a day. And then we also have, when they are connecting in working with them, that they're expecting more because there's automation services that a lot of bookkeeping and accounting softwares will provide. It seems like it's simplifying the job. So they're kind of expecting more from their accountants and advisors than they had ever before. And that's just creating a lot of challenges for these accountants and advisors who are looking to keep all their clients happy, provide real lasting transformation, and ultimately run a thriving practice without going insane.
Yeah, and you mentioned those things, and we see it all the time with those accountants that they feel like they don't have enough time to do all the things that they want to do. They're complaining because they see technology coming in and starting to pull away those clients. And then ultimately they feel like they don't even have the time to really provide that transformation for those clients. And as marketers, we've seen that too in our industry. So what type of impact do you think that this is having, not only just on their business, but also on their personal life?
Well, the feedback that I'm definitely getting, whether it's through podcast interviews or through masterminds or focus groups, is that they're just stressed out. They're stressed out because there's a lot of changes continually moving. They're feeling a little less appreciated because the commoditization of the industry. They're feeling overworked just with having to juggle all these different responsibilities for everyone. And it's kind of like a feast or famine sort of thing, where it's just a big volume of work comes in, and then there's a lull period, and then big volume of work, and then a lull, and then it just creates a lot of stress and anxiety. And it's something that you could deal with for a while, but after going through so many cycles, it just starts wearing people down, and they start losing that zest and freshness, and start getting limits to see how they can grow for themselves. So it's really creating a lot of negative energy towards them and growing their practice.
I can understand that, because you can see just from the numerous things that have come out with the government, different programs, it seems like everything in their industry is changing every single moment. So I can understand their stress and anxiety. So what is it that advisors can do to overcome these challenges?
Well, we're big fans of creating leverage. And what we're seeing right now is a big opportunity for the advisors and accountants who want to be on top of the game in their industry, is to really focus on providing more value to their clients. But wait, doesn't providing more value take more time or more staff? No, because the way that we are prescribing it is really to create a program, a flagship solution that cultivates transformation. So, for example, accountants and business advisors, their clients have challenges, a lot of common challenges. Some of them don't know what they don't know, and they need guidance. And by creating a flagship program, solution, you can really help provide a roadmap by creating it once and leveraging it many times. So rather than having the same conversation over and over, you can productize and monetize your program. This is really cultivating leverage, because when you can create something once and sell it many times, that's a great way to amplify your business. Now, you create a program, right? And you still have to get that to people. Well, there's ways that you can do that by facilitating one-to-many solutions of delivery, so that you can provide a way for many different people at the same time to get the guidance, support, and accountability to experience that transformation. So it's not only saving time, it also has a way to provide more value to your clients, which also can in turn be more revenue and profit for your business.
That's awesome. And I love this stuff. I love the one to many. I love leveraging, all the resources that we have at our disposal. And I think it's going to be so great for these advisors to implement these things. So what are some of the results that you've been able to see from advisors that have been implementing these strategies?
So for the advisors who realize change has come and it's time to take new actions to achieve new results, those are the accountants and advisors that I'm seeing actually experience the benefit. There are some that are kind of in the mindset, I'm going to do the same thing I've always done, but they're not quite getting the same result they always have. It's because things have changed and they should adapt with the times to be able to leverage the opportunity at the moment. The ones that have said, hey, I realize that things have changed. I want to be at the top of my game and provide the best value to my clients and customers. I've actually seen a lot less stress and found more fulfillment because they've been able to regain their time and control of their business. They've also experienced higher revenue from their clients because they're able to provide more value, right? And another great thing that has happened here is, rather than continually riding the waves of highs and lows, they've smoothed out their workflow. So everything's not like super high stress, low, super high stress. It's more smooth. So they're being able to enjoy their work again, taking command of their business, and really in having that time to provide a better experience for their customers, to create raving fans and earn more referrals.
That's awesome. And, I can definitely see how advisors would love getting out of that feast or famine. You talk to accountants in March or April, they're like, don't talk to me, don't call me. I'm going to be busy for the foreseeable future. So I'm sure a lot of our listeners out there would love to have a way that they could get a little more consistency and be able to enjoy, different parts of the year instead of one part of the year that they just essentially shut down. So what is one action that you would suggest our listeners who are advisors could do to amplify those advisory offerings?
So the first thing you got to do is come with an open mind, come with a fresh mind, and be able to consider new actions, because it takes new actions to achieve new results. So that's the first thing you got to do, is you got to come with an open mind. And when you do that, you create a whole world of new possibilities for yourself, right? So we said times are changing, automation's here, and that is kind of commoditizing some of the industry. But what I encourage for listeners to do is begin looking at automation differently. Begin looking at automation as your ally and not your enemy, to get real leverage, because you can automate a lot of what we've been talking about in this discussion, so that not only can you save more time and provide more value to your clients, you can also be more profitable and just have more control over your business. it's a win-win-win for everyone. So really looking at automation as your ally, not your enemy. And then last, just adapt with technology, right? To stay ahead of the curve. If you're an early adapter, you can be in the top 20%, getting 80% of the results in the industry. And if you don't adapt, then it's the other way around. And so leverage technology, not just the technology in your industry, but the technology that you could use to create your flagship offer and create it once, leverage it many times in a one-to-many model. This is a way that you could totally differentiate yourself from a majority of the other professionals out there, and you can provide more value to your clients and customers and benefit your business at the same time. It's a no-brainer.
I do think that's a no-brainer, and it's great advice for advisors. You can't hide your clients from what's happening in the world. They're going to find out about these automation, this technology. And if you're not going to be the one that provides it to them, they're going to be looking for another advisor that is going to be on the top of cutting edge technology. So you need to embrace that. Those are some great tips, Kenny. And I want to know, how can our listeners gain more insights from you? Where can they go to, take their advisory level services to the next level?
So if you're interested in saving time or increasing your revenue or the impact you provide your clients, what I suggest you do is go to growthamplifiers.com/amplify. Okay. That's growthamplifiers.com/amplify. And what you'll see there is an assessment that you can take. It's our amplified assessment, and it'll help you identify some blind spots, resolve some bottlenecks, and uncover some untapped opportunities. So you're just going to get some clarity on some direction that you can take to start making these things happen. We're going to give you our guide for taking the assessment, so you can have a game plan to take these ideas and put them into action. What stops most people from making progress is they don't know where to get started. They're a little overwhelmed, and that's why we make it easy. We've got a simple framework and a process that you can follow to do this for yourself. If you need help with implementation, let's have that discussion. But if you're just looking for a guide, go to growthamplifiers.com/amplify, take the assessment, get our guide, and get on your way to amplifying your business.
Awesome, Kenny. Well, you heard it here first. Either adapt or get left behind. Go ahead and visit growthamplifiers.com/amplify so you can take that assessment. Kenny, we appreciate you being on Growth Amplifiers, and we'll see you on the next one.
To show your support, take a moment to amplify this message by sharing it online. To connect with me or gain more business growth insights, visit www.growthamplifiers.com. Thank you for your support.